I need the sun to move up like 2 inches because it's literally like right in my eyeballs. So hey, what's up you guys? It's Danny back again for another video. So this week we are going to be doing a January favorites / recap type thing because January ends in about like 3 days. So I have a little list of a bunch of things that happened in January that I really either thought were interesting or really liked. So I guess we'll just get right into them. The first thing that happened throughout January was the R. Kelly documentaries, which if you don't know who R. Kelly is, he like sings Ignition. I feel like everyone knows that song. And he also is like not that great human. So there's a whole documentary series of like exposing him and like what he has done to like all these different like girls and artists, and it's like kind of absolutely insane and like heart-wrenching and like kind of disgusting. So if you want to watch that, I think I watched it on Hulu. You can also watch it if you go to like Lifetime's website. I believe that you can watch it there. So that would definitely be the first thing. Another thing that happened during January were the Fyre Fest documentaries. If you don't know what Fyre Fest is, you clearly just like must not have social media. Haven't had it for the past year, I guess. But Fyre Fest was a festival that happened last year. I believe it was around this time. I just remember seeing all of the like tweets and everything about it going on then. And it was this crazy festival that was supposed to be in the Bahamas. It was every single influencer you could think of was promoting it. It was like supposed to be like this crazy exclusive insane festival, like Coachella times 12. They didn't have the funding for it at all. Everything fell through, and it was just a bunch of super rich people on an island that then couldn't get off. So it was like literally insane. And Hulu put out a documentary, and so did Netflix. They are like pretty different, so I would suggest watching both if you could. But I mean, they're still super interesting even if you can only watch one. And I won't give away too much more just because there's a lot to talk about, but I would definitely suggest watching those because they were very interesting. Another thing to happen during January, my whole heart, the main 8123 Fest. I think this was our second year. This year was like even bigger than last year, and it was the 10-year anniversary of Can't Stop Won't Stop. They did a front to back like everything for that. Oh, I wish I could have been in Arizona for it. It was, I believe, a 3-day festival. Might have only been 2 days, but it looked amazing. I wish that I could have been there. They also, about a week before the festival, announced that they have finished their new album. If you don't know about the Maine, they pretty much do everything by themselves. They aren't signed to a label. They don't have like outside funding from a label. They created this 8123 entity, and they do everything themselves. So they finished with Warped Tour. They had the funeral for Lovely Little Lonely, and then they started working on I believe it's their 7th album. The 7th album is done. It's called You Are Okay, and it's coming out in March. I'm so excited. The Maine is like in my top 3 favorite bands ever. They did put out the first single called Numb Without You. My heart. I literally have been listening to it on repeat, only that song, forever. Like since it came out, like that's the only song I've been listening to. I'm obsessed. I love it. 8123 Fest again looked absolutely insane. I would love to get to go next year. So I'm gonna cross my fingers. I'm gonna speak that into the universe. 8123 Fest. I'm gonna be there next year. So also Troye Sivan put out a new song with Love? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know. But they put out a new song together. It's called I'm So Tired. It's super catchy, super dancey. I love Troye Sivan. So another great music addition from 2019. We're starting off the year great, people. Another January thing that happened. Alex Gaskarth and Mark Hoppus created their little side project called Simple Creatures, and they put out their first song. They have an EP coming out as well, but the first song came out. It is called Drug. It's pretty good. I was very nervous, as you, like most people who know me know, All Time Low is my actual heart and soul. Have an All Time Low tattoo. There's an All Time Low flag right there. Like, they are my everything. Right back there, that's like an All Time Low thing from, I think it was Last Young Renegade era. But like, they are my everything. Blink I'm on, so I was super nervous when Alex was like, oh yeah, new crazy project with Mark Hoppus. I was like, oh my god, this is the end. Like, this is the end of everything. So I did give it a listen. It is pretty good. I hope that this doesn't mean the end of All Time Low, because that will shatter my soul. But as far as Simple, I think it's called Simple Creatures is their like band. Pretty good. Not too many complaints. Definitely very like stereotypical Mark Hoppus song, but still pretty good. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about is it actually happened literally like 2 hours ago. Warped announcement. I'm so excited. Warped Tour is like my favorite thing. That is one of the main reasons that I wanted to be in the music industry, is because I would go to Warped Tour and I'd be like, this is amazing. Like, I want to be a part of this. I want to have a part in making this happen for other people. Those are like my favorite days over the summer. I went to 4 Warped dates last year. Normally I do about 2 or 3, but my best friend and I, we road tripped from Camden and then went to Holmdel and then went to Hartford, and then I like live in Massachusetts, so Hartford's like super close. So we started all the way in South Jersey, went all the way back up, and then I also went to the Mansfield date. Normally they're all around the same time. Like, normally Hartford and Mansfield are about a day apart, but for whatever reason this past year they were a good like week and a half apart. So I did go to that date as well. The Mansfield date I like volunteered at and worked with TI, who is a really cool company. If you don't know who they are, I will leave them linked below. So definitely check them out, because I really enjoyed working with them. But the other 3 dates, we just like ran around and like had a good time, which was so much fun. So I am super excited for the 25th anniversary. They just announced they're doing 3 different shows. I think it's June 8th at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in, I believe that's in Cleveland, Ohio. The 29th and 30th of June in Atlantic City, which is the one I will be going to. And then they are also doing a 2-day California date. I believe that one's in July, I think. I can't remember, because obviously that one didn't pertain to me because I'm not going to be flying to California. But I'm super excited. Pre-sale tickets are February 25th, so I can't wait. I can't wait to see who is going to be playing. It's going to be really cool that it's like a 2-day festival instead of like a 1-day thing. Hopefully that means that they can get some like bigger artists, aka All Time Low. Please play Warped Tour. I would cry. But I am super excited to see the lineup. I'm also super excited to see how this is gonna happen, because normally in AC there's like one, like it's like on the beach in AC, and there's normally just like one big stage. Like, I don't know if they're gonna have multiple stages like they normally do, or if it's just gonna be one stage, if they're gonna be having shows like in different clubs or in places. Like, I just really don't know. So I'm interested to see how it all works out. I'm also super excited to go. It's gonna be about a month after I graduate college, so super fun way to celebrate graduating, and I can't wait for that. And I'm super happy that they just announced that, because I've been anxiously waiting for that to happen. So, but I believe that is it. This has been my recap, January 2019. If you liked this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, if you have any like questions, comments, what did you like that happened in 2019? Leave that all below for me. If you have any video suggestions, leave that below. Yeah, so I will see you guys next week. Woo!